That's 2023. Tomorrow I have Parkrun in the morning, start the year off with a bang, trying to get a course PB on my local parkrun. I'm going to try and give it my all and set 2024 off to a good start. Okay, we've made it to Tamar Trails Parkrun in the car, and I'm going to give a brief overview of the plan. The aim is to get a course PB. My current PB is 21:49 at this parkrun. The course is a bit interesting, but before I tell you about the course, let's get out and warm up. Okay, so I'm out of my warm up, and as you can see, it's a lovely, lovely setting for a parkrun. Underfoot, it can be a bit questionable. Not so lovely for a fast time, but there we go. I'd split the course into 4 parts. It starts on a nice railway track. This is where the parkrun starts, and it goes back there.
But every Saturday here at Tamar Trails, please come and join us if you haven't been here before. We start up here, we end down there, so we are a downhill parkrun.
Let's do this.
It is trail, tracks, and a lot of mud. And 3, 2, 1, go!
First parkrun of 2024, let's go. And for the first 2 kilometers, it's pretty much all net downhill. A few little ups and downs here and there, but generally it feels like you're running on flat, but a little bit faster, which is quite nice. 6:07 for the first mile. This is already feeling hard. Part 2 is where it starts to get a bit interesting. Just after 2k, there's a little hill. Here comes a little hill that's steep and can just take the energy out of you a little bit. It's not bad, but running at that pace, it's just a bit annoying and on really uneven surface. Don't know how that man with the buggy's doing it. And that leads into one of the hardest bits of the entire course, I think. You've just done that first small hill, so the legs are feeling it a little bit, and it just seems to drag on for a long time. We then get to part 3, which is a very, very steep downhill. Now for a very steep downhill. You can see what might be coming next, where you kind of have to put the brakes on or you're gonna fall over. But hopefully I'll be able to recover in that a little bit, and that leads on to a really nice bit at the bottom of the valley, which is again about a kilometre of just flat. And depending on how you're feeling, that can either feel like the longest straight ever, or it can go really quickly, and you can use it as time to prepare for part 4. This is the last bit of flat before the big hill. Part 4, it's the shortest part, but also the toughest. We're approaching the hill. Don't think I'm gonna do much talking. A massive hill in the last of 500 meters of the course. Really steep. I've walked it quite a few times because I've genuinely just been faster walking than running. I just know the camera won't be doing it any justice, but it's really steep. Gonna try and run it all today, somehow regain a bit of consciousness in the legs for a sprint finish. Time for a sprint finish. This will not be fast. And then you're done. Slightly under 5k of very good fun. 2024, off to a good start. Well done, mate. There we go. I got token 5, which is my highest placing in parkrun. 2044. I will 100% take that. Okay, now I've recovered a little bit. Maybe I can talk a bit of sense. It's about 5 minutes after I finished. I'm absolutely over the moon with that. I'd set myself a little plan of how to pace it, and I assumed that I'd maybe get sub 21 on a good day. And the watch is saying 20:45. That's a 1 minute 4. Yeah, 1 minute. Maths is a bit hard right now. 1 minute 4 second course PB, and a sub 21 time on a course like that. Yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed. As you can probably see, I was working quite hard. That was quite tough from the beginning. It's all good training for that sub 19 parkrun that will be coming very soon, hopefully. I've got to get on with the cool down. You know it's a good run if you actually kind of want to do the cool down. I got quite muddy. Happy with that. Now let's see if I can get at least a mile done, and I'll see you at home. Okay, we're back from Parkrun. let's have a little look at how that race went. As you can see, the weather outside isn't so good anymore. We had absolutely lovely weather for the race itself. Not a race, it's parkrun. We started off very quickly, as you saw from the footage, and settled into a good pace. First mile was 6 minutes and 8 seconds. That's understandable, it's net downhill. It's really nice, it kind of feels flat, but it's actually slightly downhill. I was already working pretty hard after the first mile though. Second mile, 6:29, which I'm really happy with considering the hill that came just after 2k. That puts quite a lot of fatigue into the legs, and then continuing after that, trying to keep your pace up for the 3rd k, one of the hardest parts of a 5k, so really happy with that. And then the final mile, obviously that really big downhill, which I really got going on. I was shifting towards the end. Then that flat bit, which actually I felt okay on, like I needed to push, but I felt like I had recovered a bit on the downhill, which was nice. And then it was the big hill at the end. And I ran up all of it, which is good for a start. I know that sounds like it's quite a low bar, but believe me, the camera does not show how steep that hill is. It is ridiculous and pretty tough terrain underfoot as well. Then a bit of a sprint finish, didn't have much, resulted in 5th place, which I'm really happy with, my first ever top 5 in a parkrun. And if I'd done that time at parkrun last week, I'd have got 3rd, so very happy with that. I'm really happy with my performance, especially given I just had like a 35-mile week, so the legs aren't exactly fresh. So there we go. The first run of 2024 has been done, and a pretty good one, if I do say so myself. Really looking forward to this year, running more, doing more fitness stuff, and hopefully getting stronger and faster. Thank you all very much for watching. Got some fun videos on the way, so keep your eyes out for those. And apart from that, Happy New Year. Hope you have a good 2024, and I will see you in the next one.